In the bustling city of Aurora Springs, amongst the winding alleyways and noisy streets, there lived a stray dog named Rusty. Rusty was an unlikely hero, a mutt whose fur was a messy tapestry of brown and white, and whose eyes shone with both intelligence and mischief. Having spent most of his life on the streets, Rusty had grown wise to the ways of survival and navigation through busy crowds, his prowess unmatched by the city's other stray inhabitants. Rusty's home was an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. Though the building was decrepit, with its shattered windows and peeling paint, Rusty had claimed it as his kingdom, befriending a motley crew of fellow strays. Despite his hard life, Rusty had a kind heart, always willing to lend a paw to those in need. One bright Tuesday morning, as the city awoke to another bustling day, Rusty patrolled his usual route near the crowded marketplace. Nearby, nestled between a clothes shop and a flower stall, was the popular Magnolia Bank, a historical landmark. As Rusty sniffed around for scraps, he noticed something peculiar. A group of nervous individuals, clad in dark clothing, loitered suspiciously near the bank's entrance. Rusty's instincts flared. Something was amiss. As he continued his rounds, keeping one eye on the bank, he saw them spring into action. The leader of the group, a tall, gaunt man, pulled out an object that glistened ominously in the sunlight, a gun. Within moments, chaos ensued as the man and his cohorts burst into the bank. Cries of terror echoed from inside, escalating as bystanders ducked into alleyways, seeking refuge from the unfolding threat. Rusty's heart pounded. Though he was no stranger to danger, this was a new realm of peril. Yet somewhere deep within him, a sense of duty overcame his fear. He barked loudly, drawing attention not only from those fleeing, but also from a few remaining courageous souls still present. Inside the bank, the robbers demanded valuables. But outside, Rusty's commotion caught the interest of a nearby police officer, Officer Lila Gray. Lila, who had often seen Rusty during her patrols, understood instantly from his agitation that something was wrong. The officer cautiously approached the bank's entrance, her radio crackling as she called for backup. Meanwhile, Rusty sprinted towards the side of the building, his agile form zipping through the narrow paths he knew so well. He found an open window, just wide enough for a dog his size. With little hesitation, Rusty leapt inside, landing silently on the polished marble floor. The air within was tense, crackling with the robbers' shouted orders and the hostages' fearful whimpers. Rusty took in the scene with a calculated gaze. Positioning himself behind a counter, he let out a fierce, attention-commanding bark. The sound startled the robbers, who momentarily lost focus, creating just enough distraction for Officer Gray and her backup to intervene. In the ensuing moments of confusion, the officers swiftly subdued the unsuspecting criminals, disarming them and securing the hostages. Rusty, still vigilant, barked again, signaling to the officers his participation in the daring rescue. Outside, a crowd had gathered, their initial fear transforming into curious intrigue, and then heartfelt relief when the officers emerged victorious. Officer Gray, leading the robbers out in handcuffs, spotted Rusty bounding toward her, tail wagging triumphantly. "Well done, Rusty," she praised warmly, kneeling to pat him. "You truly are a hero." News of the stray dog's courage spread swiftly across Aurora Springs, and Rusty quickly became a household name. Offers for adoption poured in from all corners of the city, but Rusty, loyal to his freedom and friends on the street, declined each one in his own way. Content, Rusty returned to his warehouse kingdom, hailed as a legend among the city's strays.